Welcome to a presentation by DW Security on the DWALARM.com app and its ability to control door locks remotely, add and delete codes remotely, and see history of who came in the door and at what time. First thing we need to do is sign into the DWALARM.com app. Bring you to your home screen. Home screen has a lot going on my system. If we're just controlling doors, you're mainly going to use the lock screen and your recent activity screen. I'm going to show you the recent activity, and this is where you would look up which door was accessed by who at what time. Go to 9:30 here. One of our employees, Mike Castles, came in at 9:31. He unlocked the door automatically locked behind him. And it shows that the front door was open, then closed. Go to another time and we can see when Blaze came in, it locked behind him. We have some other information that we use for tracking vehicles. It's not something that will be used for the door controls, but it is an option. You can also filter this out so that you don't have to scroll through a ton of things. If you wanted to look for a single person that did a door, you would select the lock unlocked. We'll go down to Blaze here. You could select multiple people if you'd like to. And select the type. I'm looking for locks. You could also select the exact lock that you wanted to do. This would be helpful for narrowing it down to one single apartment or condo that you were looking for. And as you can see, today, Blaze came in the front door 9:26 and 10:05. Yesterday, the front door was accessed by Chris at 9:31. And this can keep going back, and you can adjust your calendar right over here. You can also download this if you would like to have a printout. Some people really like that. Other people just do a quick search to see when somebody let themselves into an apartment or a condo, especially renters. You give them a code to get in at 3 p.m. That's usually check-in, and they say they got there the next day. You can go and look and say, no, you were there at 3 o'clock on the day you said, or we had given you access to it. You can see how many times they came and went. That's your activity report. With our locks, our system has 2 locks on it, one for our front door and one for our stock room. From this screen, we can unlock the door at any time. So if you need to let a maintenance man in to do something, but you didn't want to give them a code, or someone's dropping something off, you can unlock it. That will let them in. Once you know they're in or they're done with what they're doing, you send another request. And through the power of the internet, it locks that door back up for you. Very simple to use. Very straightforward. You also can add and delete users anytime you want from the app or from your phone. It's one nice feature of the DWALARM.com system is pretty much everything we can do on the computer screen, we can do on the app. I'm going to add a new user. Joe Smith will be a renter for 2 days. So I've created him. I'm going to generate the code for him. You can put one in yourself, or you can have the system generate it. If you have multiple users that are coming and going all the time, I suggest using the code generator so that you don't accidentally try to use the same code twice. And for a system with multiple doors, you would select which door they were allowed to go to. So in an apartment building or condo situation, we may have 15, 20, 25 different locks here, and all you would do is select the lock that you want that person to be able to use. All the rest of them would still be turned off. We save that, and now Joe Smith is in our system. He has access to the front door lock at all times. That may not be what you want for Joe Smith. You may want his times restricted. So we can go into our access period, and we have it set at all times. We can also set it, maybe it's a maintenance guy and he's only allowed to work Mondays through Friday, 9 to 5. If he's also someone that works Saturday, we just pick Saturday. Maybe he shouldn't be in on Mondays. We can adjust any day and the times he's allowed to. So the start time is when it starts working, his code starts working. End time is when it stops working. We also have temporary access, and this is something a lot of beach condos and so forth use, because they want to give access to a 1-week renter or 10 days or 3 days, whatever it is. And so you basically put in a starting date. You put the time it's starting. And so a lot of places use the 3 p.m. check-in. And we're going to go, oops, sorry about that. We're going to give them a 1-week period on this, and the checkout time. Usually 11, you can make it whatever you want. So now we save that. And Joe Smith's code of 7952 will only work from 6:22 at 3 p.m. to 6:29 at 11 a.m. That is the basics of how this system works. It's very simple, not complicated at all to add codes in there. We go back to users. If for some reason Mr. Smith decides he's not coming and you want to take his code out, and I'd put Mr. Smith in twice. I had used him before, so I'm going to delete both of them. Within a matter of 10 to 30 seconds, that lock will be adjusted, removing his code completely, blocking access. If there's any other questions, feel free to contact DW Security.